Something that gets asked a lot on the channel is there going to be a second season for Domestic Girlfriend? And there is definitely a lot of mixed information out there, and the more I try to dig into the Domestic Girlfriend, not just the actual DVD, Blu-rays, mangas, the more I start to realize that this was purely a manga seller. Because, as I mentioned before, when I dig into the actual Blu-rays and DVDs, you find out that there is no Blu-ray or DVDs being sold or even licensed. And that was something that actually really did surprise me, because there are some animes out there that don't sell DVDs or Blu-rays, and they try to just stick to more being a source material seller with the streaming platform. And I don't know if this is going to be a reoccurring theme for some animes, but I think Domestic Girlfriend was kind of the unique situation out of them all. And I think a lot of the reason was it was meant to be purely to sell the manga, but apparently the manga did not even increase in sales that much with the actual anime itself, which really leaves a lot of concerning factors in that. Would it even have a second season to try and re-promote the manga? The manga didn't increase in sales that much with even the first season of the anime. So with the DVD sales and the Blu-rays non-existent, the only thing that it would be relying on is the streaming services. And yes, it did get a dub, so that is one slight positive. But there is no actual real merchandise of it other than very minute stuff that's really not worthy of really highlighting on. It's just very minor stuff. The only stuff to really note that would be in positive of this would be the streaming component, which, to be honest, as much as it did get some interesting views on that component, I feel like the only reason why it got a big eye-catching audience was because of just the sort of fiascos that happened in the actual anime itself, and of course the manga fans being very much interested to see the direction the anime went into. And personally myself, I think the anime is very interesting. I think there was definitely a lot of interesting moments to kind of meme about. Personally myself, it was enjoyable, but it wasn't something that I was excited to go read the manga about. And I think that's one of the big issues, is that it was definitely an interesting hot topic and definitely a lot of fun memes to make about it, but it wasn't something that a lot of us would just drop all things and go rush to actually read the manga. Personally myself, there was a lot of other series that caught my eye a lot more than this. And that's where I feel like it's really sort of suffering. It didn't get many people into the manga. DVDs, Blu-rays, non-existent. Merchandise, pretty much non-existent. And marketing is very, very minimal. Occasionally, I see some streaming platforms talk about it, you know, showing a couple of shots and saying, hey, look at this girl. Who do you like her? Who's best girl? Like those kind of things that normally happens on Twitter accounts where they show old animes that have aired years ago. I mean, they still do that for things like No Game, No Life. So that kind of thing is always going to be reoccurring, but that's very minimal marketing to go from. So to be completely honest, as much as there's definitely a lot of places claiming that it's going to happen soon, there has been no legitimate information to prove that a season 2 will happen anytime soon. This is definitely one of those videos that I kind of always feel bad about making, because giving negative news isn't always great, and I know a lot of people don't receive negative news in a positive light. I mean, I wouldn't either, so I definitely understand why people might be a little bit sour about it, but weighing up the positives and negatives, there's a lot more negatives than there are positives, and I just have to be realistic and honest in this, that the chances of a season 2 are very much very, very low. I only see a season 2 happening if it was used in the hopes of stimulating the manga sales. Manga ends and it'll be a last sort of huzzah, but with how poor the manga sales did with the first season as an increased boost, it's very much of a sort of slim chance. I could just see the manga ending and its fan base slowly disappearing over time. So that's disappointing. I know negative news isn't always received well, but I have to be completely honest and transparent. But overall, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who was your favorite character out of it? What are your thoughts about the manga and the anime? Any and all thoughts are definitely welcome in the comment section down below. But if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more anime content, and I'll see you, beautiful nerds, in the next video.